Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Hourglass and welcome if you're new. It's great to have you here. So it's Friday, and instead of saying thank God it's Friday, we're going to say it's Divine Feminine's Friday or Friday Divine Feminine. No. Divine Feminine Fridays, all right? Where the Divine Masculine who may be cross watching may have a chance to see what energies are being released here for the Divine Feminine. Now, remember, your Divine Feminine could be male or female. This is just the energy we are tapping into. We want to get a closer look. This one was requested from a anonymous divine masculine. Yeah, so we do have a small amount, and it's growing bigger every day, of divine masculines that are being aware or awakened to this twin flame journey. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the divine feminine. So how do we know it's a divine feminine? First of all, there is a very intense connection here with a divine feminine. All right. So the divine feminine, she usually has a tad bit of psychic ability, even from a young age. The divine feminine may have had capabilities of being a psychic, a visionary, very healing energies as well. The divine feminine, just her presence alone brings some type of calmness or some type of healing. She brings very innovative ideas as well. If there are any karmics that are cross watching, honey, sir, whoever, you're not going to get too much information. And this is why I don't do too much readings on the divine feminine, because we have a lot of negative eyes or evil eyes around that wants to duplicate or imitate the divine feminine's role. All right, so I'm not going to get in too much. If you are very interested, for those of you that want a divine feminine reading, do check out the description box for my personal information. I am currently doing readings at this time, but I have to go on and big y'all up on the YouTube, on the channel. All right, so let's see. We're gonna start with because I love shuffling. I'm just shuffling all the time. You see that? So we're going to start with some surrender cards, and then we're going to dive in with some more tarot, all right? So what is the divine feminine, male or female, surrendering at this time? We do have the blue moon or the super moon, or I can't remember what it was, coming up on the 28th. You guys, this is a very intense period. We're starting to let go of a lot of outdated beliefs, paradigms, and even family, friends, and relationships. All right, so be very aware that things are being released at this time. It's just the natural process of the earth. All right, and those that are very spiritual or very sensitive to their intuition, we go by the earth's power. We move at the earth's speed, not necessarily man's time or man's speed. All right, and that's the thing. Another thing about a divine feminine, she is so spiritually in tune and awakened to her own journey, her own moods, her own personalities, goals, fulfillment, her own ambition, that she is very unimpressed or interested in the material world, meaning the gossip, celebrity gossip, the trending news or movies, sitcoms. She is just not, he or she is just not into that as much. Not to say that she's not paying attention, but that's just not something that she's very interested in. All right, the divine feminine. So we have surrender the idea you can fix someone wanting to pop out. So again, a lot of the divine feminines, some of us have came to the realization that even though we have recognized our divine masculine, our soulmate, what have you, we just cannot change them. No matter how much love or loving guidance or affections that we try to pour into these people's cups is not going to change them. All right, and that's something that we have to learn to accept. All right, no amount of love can change someone. They have to be ready to change and accept the journey and accept their responsibilities as well. All right, so divine feminines, I'm here with you. All right, so let's begin, I guess. Beloved was like, enough of that chatter. It says, surrender comparison with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths. attractiveness, and power. All right, divine feminines. So this is one of the things they have to surrender. Stop comparing yourself with the divine's masculines, karmics, their mom, their pops, their opinions, what of who you should be and what you are and what you represent. A lot of people that are looking in from the outside cannot grasp the concept of the twin flame journey. That's because they never experienced that before. Everybody starts off as a karmic. Everybody starts off learning, right? And then we get a call, which everyone, I do believe in the 4400. But I do believe also that everybody gets this call. Everybody gets the call to start their journey, to open their eyes, to go through a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of these ancestral karma, generational curses, but only a few decides to pick it up and actually answer it. We all get the call, you guys. We all have these superpowers. We all have these super abilities within ourselves. It's just some of us are really dedicated to answering the call and following through with the divine messages or light codes. All right. So divine feminine, we have surrendered to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. All right. So we have here the divine feminine in this beautiful pose. I love that pose. I do it myself. And it's all about centering yourself is what I'm seeing here. Remembering who the fuck you are, divine feminine, whether it's male or female. Remember that you do have this uniqueness that's cherished and worth more than money and gold and fame and social attention. All right. I also am guided to say that keep loving yourself. Keep rediscovering yourself. Keep trying to get to know yourself. Hold back from pouring so much of your healing energy into the masses. I do feel like some of my divine feminines try to prove just how beautiful and unique they are by keep pouring in or keep giving. And that's something that we have to learn to balance. You get what I'm saying? You can't be giving away all your loving and healing energy, especially to those that do not or just committed to misunderstanding you or committed to living this low life or slum life. I'm not trying to point fingers, but some people actually do want to stay in that level of being messy, of being dramatic, of having issues and complaining. Some people just love that realm. They love that level. All right? And there's nothing you could do about it. No matter if you see this person suffering or if they tell you that they're suffering, it's nothing you could do. They have to want to be better. They have to want to be dedicated to change and the betterment of their health and their lifestyle, all right? One sip of my coffee, momento. All right, beautiful. Let's get one more card, beloved. One more card, beloved. Thank you. Surrender stress. It says, take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. All right, so I just explained that. And do you notice the colors here? For the divine feminines that has been doing their work, I sure you recognize these colors. We have, of course, excuse me, the solar plex chakra here. We also have some pink. Pink is for me love, the color of love. It also symbolizes cheeriness, all right, and also some self-love. So again, the colors here are very it's confirmation here. And it says surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person, a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity, even solve the problem. All right, so some of my divine feminines may be still up in a very obsessive energy, wondering or speculating what the divine masculine is up to. All right, and there's something that we have to surrender this season. All right, I love the fall. I love autumn. I love the way how the leaves turn colors. It's just beautiful. The smell, the energy in the air is just, everything is just different. All right, so it's time to let go or release this obsessive thinking, keeping tabs on the divine masculine. Let him do what he has to do. Please center yourself. Release that stress. Release comparison with others. Because, baby, we are the divine feminine. All right? We are the chosen that was brave enough to step out of those portals of detriment, of destruction, of stopping your growth. All right? So what I'm getting here is crowning your reading. Release obsessive thinking. If you feel yourself getting obsessive where you feel you have to stalk or just check in or whatever you tell yourself, find something else to do. All right. Some of you may be overeating at this time, or your appetite is fluctuating as well. I do feel for some of the divine feminines, you may feel like some real heaviness or tenseness in the shoulders, around the neck area. Some of you are to the lower back as well. And I'm seeing here, when you get up in the morning, before you journal, before you drink your coffee, before anything, stretch. Find a nice area in your bedroom and do some stretching. Let that stress go. Get up and dance. Clean your room. Make sure your house is tidy. You know what I'm saying? I know it's very difficult and it's a burden at times to have the divine masculine on your mind, feeling his energy, tapping into his emotions, but you have to learn to control that. You have to learn to master that. You have to learn to give it a time and a space in your day, not just controlling you. Yes, at times it hits you and you have like a mini meltdown or you start this purging. Let it flow through you and release it. Don't try to hold on. Don't try to go and stalk his page or text him because you felt this SOS signal. No. Feel it, understand it, heal it, and release it. Send it right back to the sender, all right? And for some of you, stop comparing yourself to these karmics, to their moms, to their exes. You have your own uniqueness, and it's time for you to come back to your center. You're giving power to those people. And again, I repeat, this is why I don't do too much of the divine masculine and the karmic, or what the karmic is up to, what the karmic knows, is because I'm giving my energy, my time, my focus to these people, giving them more power. No way. Let them put the power, let them put all of their attention on me. You get what I'm saying? Let who my uniqueness overpower their envy and jealousy and their mockery, because that's what it's all about. They're mocking, they're imitating the real thing. You get what I'm saying? To keep somebody trapped. That's called black magic. When you are pulling tricks or illusions over someone, I call that black magic. When you're going out of your way to purposely fool someone or lie to them or trap them, that is black magic. It doesn't have to be candle work and oil work and spell work. No way. No way. Just the repetition of doing something like that. Lying to someone, fooling them, pretending, wearing masks. That is black magic. All right? So go ahead and find your center. Come back, pull in all your strength and your power. Your self-respect makes you very attractive. So I'm talking too much. All right? So let's go ahead. All right, so let's go, beloved. Open up this tarot deck and let me see. All right, so I saw this 9 of Swords. Yes, sir. So we have some air signs here. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could be a very strong Gemini is what I'm seeing. All right. All right, so it's still some restless nights, staying up, trying to figure out, well, why is this divine masculine or whoever you're dealing with, could be a soulmate as well. Why is this person not coming towards me? I feel like you guys may have had some type of conflict or an argument, possibly a disagreement, and this person may have said something that was hurtful or had you stuck in your mind. I'm seeing it's time to let that go. It's a new season, baby. It's a new season. What am I seeing here? I think I saw a Leo or even an Aries in this card. All right. So, this person may have broken your spirit, or they have bruised your ego, your self-esteem, your confidence. It's time to let that go, because this card is confirming to you that you are unique. Despite what people are trying to tell you, like you're not good enough, or they're treating you like you're not good enough. That is a manipulation strategy. All right. This, it may concern your divine masculine, it may not, but I'm feeling like some of your divine feminines feel very small or forgotten. And it's because this person in your life, whether it's your divine masculine or not, they never gave you the opportunity to show who you truly are. And some of you may have tried to force that on, without you even realizing it. You may have tried to show this person how down you are for them, and they still end up turning their back on you, or betraying you, or deceiving you. And this left you kind of like restless and very distraught, is what I'm getting. Some of you have had dreams about this divine masculine and their karmic, and that's because you're subconsciously thinking about that situation. You have to learn to control your thoughts. You get what I'm talking about? It's very important that you control your thoughts, divine feminine. Channel that energy somewhere else. If you had a childhood hobby that you gave up on because of the circumstances, life, what have you, get back to it. Get back to your own self-expression. You are the trendsetter here. Don't let nobody take you off of your pedestal that you built for yourself. You get what I'm talking about? Let's see some more. So this wanted to slide out very casually. So we have the 7 of Wands. All right. I do feel for some of these divine feminines, you are protecting your energy. You may come off as someone that's very closed off here, but I also feel like you may have a little bit of confrontation or competition at work or in your circle. Even in your family, I just feel like you feel like your back is against the wall, and the grounding that you're on is very unstable, or you feel like you're always surrounded with around people, but you're still lonely. Nobody gets you. Nobody understands your uniqueness, your power, your strengths, your individuality, and it end up building some type of secret competition around you. I feel for some of you, this is a childhood or a long time best friend that you're starting to see little red flags about this person. Maybe the jokes that they tell, or the way that they treat you around others. All right, you're starting to realize that maybe this person really doesn't have the best interest for me. I feel like a lot of the divine feminine feels very small, or they feel very belittled by those around you, and that's because you have this aura, this uniqueness. It puts people off. It makes your light reflects their shortcomings, and it does something to them. It eats at them, and that's because you're going about your day doing what you have to do, and you're very dedicated. I feel for many of these divine feminines that I am channeling today, you're a very dedicated person. You're very wise. You may be a little cool and laid back, maybe a little passive aggressive, but you go after your goals. You're very dedicated. You have this zest for life, and people around you are still trying to figure out, no matter what this girl or guy goes through, they still have this for life. They still have this gusto. And, they're kind of like, what is so great about life for you? Everything. You know what I'm saying? I almost, my Sailor Mouth almost came out. Life is good. Waking up this morning, having my coffee, stretching, knowing that I have my own place. My kids are safe and secure. My things are in line. You get what I'm saying? I'm attracting money. I'm attracting my soul tribe now. This is where the divine feminine is at. Let's go to surrender to the magic of who you are. All right. So we have the 5 of Swords. This is a lot of challenging energy for the divine feminine. I feel like most of the divine feminines that's ringing through today, you're being tested. All right. And you're being tested to see who the hell you really are. Again, we have 2 cards talking about your strengths, your uniqueness. All right. It's time to show the world who you are. Spirit, your source, the Almighty, the Most High is here. They have your back. And some of you know this. You ask for confirmation and you get it all the time. What more do you need to be who you are, to stand on your own? And I'm not saying to be Miss Independent where you're on your high horse and you don't need anybody looking down at people. That's not what the divine feminine is about. We have a mission. We have purposes. We have goals. And that's what makes us unique. The drive, the devotion, the loyalty, the love. And this is not only for people that you love, it's to yourself, it's to your goals, your commitments. I feel a lot of competition going on here. Some of you are getting in confrontations with your divine masculine's karmic, their baby mother, their family, people at your job. And that's because you're letting other things control your thoughts, your attitude, your behavior. New season, new reason. You get what I'm talking about, divine feminines? I felt like whoever you dealt with, your divine masculine, they played a lot of mind games. And that's because they were always short. And they knew that. They was very arrogant at times. And that's because they was hiding that they were broken, that they were useless. This arrogance, this over self-confident behavior, all of those are just manipulation strategies. All right. I did see that you walk away because you didn't have the time, the space, and the energy to be yourself in these situations, connections, or relationships. So you had to walk away. It was too confusing. Nothing was being resolved. More questions than answered. And you had to leave. You had to go and surrender the strength. So divine masculines, your divine feminine is calling back her own power. And she's giving back the energy and the dramatic situations, the drama, the conflicts. She's giving it back to y'all. Some of these divine feminines are mirroring the divine masculine's bad behavior. It's almost like the divine feminine is in her power where she wants to not prove or show to the divine masculine how much he betrayed her, but she is just taking a page out of your playbook. Because when she was going about it her way, it was nothing. It was taken for granted. It was ignored. It was bypassed. So now she's taking a page out of your book and protecting her energy from you, and is now leaving you distraught and confused to deal with your own emotions. It's funny how you give people the taste of their own medicine and they end up confused. High Priestess. All right. So again, we have a lot of air signs. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Again, this is some Libra energy now going into, no, I'm sorry. This is more like Aquarius energy. So this is being a rebel. So the divine feminine is in her rebel energy, very innovative, very out there. So now what I'm seeing is the divine feminine is truly giving in to her uniqueness, her weirdness. All right? She's being rebellious. The magic in her is making her come off or perceive as a rebel. Now we have the High Priestess. Very secretive. So many of the divine masculines may feel like the divine feminine is held back a lot of herself, but you never gave her a chance. You never gave her the time, the resources, the support that she needed to open up to you. And now that the divine feminine or whoever, sorry, the divine masculine or whoever, they're looking from the outside. And a lot of these people, including your divine masculine, may feel like they have to compete with you. And that's not how it works. This is another paradigm. This is another test that is orchestrated by the environment, not only the ethers, but the environment, meaning social norms, the trends, social media. This is why the divine masculine needs to do his own work. So he could see that his divine feminine is a team player and not just the opposition, because I'm feeling that in so many ways because the divine feminine has guarded her energy. Now the divine masculine may be feeling like she's an opposition because there's no interaction, there's no pouring out of the energy, the time and affections, because she needs that back. She needs her own energy. The divine feminine is sitting here realizing that she could only depend on herself and God, because the High Priestess, she donates. She donates. Very connected to the Most High. This is a student of spirituality. You get what I'm saying? She's holding her own divine blueprint. There's a lot of blue hair. Communication with her guides. Again, we see the white horse in the back. for me indicated that the Most High is present, the connection. She is reconnecting. She is strengthening her connection with the Most High. All right. She is studying the secrets of herself, the universe. And this is making her very feminine, very soft. This quiet gaze. I just heard, I see all and know all in due time. Wow. So the high priestess could talk about some Cancerian or Taurus energy, but it doesn't have to mean that. It doesn't have to stop there. But what I'm getting is with the Cancerian energy, very feminine, very sensitive to her intuition. With the Taurus energy, wise, persistent, no half stepping. We're going all the way. No half love, no half stepping, no half anything. We come and hold. Somebody finds the divine feminine very sexy. It's almost like it could be your divine masculine, whoever it may be. They fantasize about what's going on under your clothes. So this divine feminine may be, I'm not saying that you're not sexy in the way you dress, but you dress in a way where it accentuates your curves, or it's like a silhouette of your curves. And if you have been intimate with your divine masculine, he fantasizes about what you wear under that. He fantasizes about how nasty you was for him before you turn into this high priestess, this pillar, or this student of the spiritual knowledge. All right. I do feel for some of you, you were a secret affair as well. And this was another test to show you how much are you willing to accept. How are you settling for how magical you are? So this test was to show you, how magical you really are. And divine masculines, you kind of taught the divine feminine to stay in this energy. Because of your confusing attitude, your manipulation, your mind games, your defensiveness for the truth, to explain yourself, to express yourself. So you kind of taught the divine feminine, male or female, how to tap in to her intuition, how to pay attention, how to trust it, how to believe in the magic that you didn't see in the beginning. All right. So you open the divine feminine's spirituality even more. So thank you, divine masculine, for testing us in that way, where you triggered the divine feminine to become more of herself. Thank you. To love more of herself. So divine masculines, through all these karmic cycles and karmic lessons, you taught the divine feminine to trust her intuition more, to trust her sexuality, her feminism more, her femininity. Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. Yeah. You taught her how to be more self-loving to herself. So thank you, divine masculine and karmics, if you're watching. Let's go under to stress. Surrender stress. Take a deep breath, divine feminine. All right. So we have the Five of Cups. So some of you may still be struggling with a little bit of sadness here with the Five of Cups. You could be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And surrender the stress, divine feminine. You did what you could. Did you do your best? Yes? Well, you did what you could. And things didn't pan out the way you wanted to, but there's still hope. But you have to take yourself out of that sadness, out of that remorse, that guilt, that feeling like a fool. Because you're not a fool, divine feminine. We are proud of all the divine feminines. I am proud of all the divine feminines that you had the strength, the courage to actually try to love someone unconditionally that couldn't love themselves. You did your best, and it's now time to release it. It's now time to stand back. You cannot manipulate, or you cannot, I'm not saying manipulate as in a negative way or malicious way. I'm saying that there's nothing else that you could do. We have the hangman here in this pose. This could also be yoga poses. Again, some of you may be into stretching, exercising, yoga. Some of you may be even joining a gym, a fitness class to burn off this energy of obsessive, of stalking, of wondering what's going on with your connection. We have 5-5. Again, so you and your divine masculine may be mirroring this self-determination attitude for independence, for freedom. Some of the divine feminines could be focusing on learning new things with the hangman here as well, gaining enlightenment about your spirituality, the earth, who you really are, your gifts, your hidden talents. Also, I feel for a large amount of the divine feminines, you could be cracking a lot of light codes and synchronicities in your blueprint. I'm proud of you. It's a lot of blue hair. Do you guys recognize all this blue? So I'm feeling like, some of the divine feminines may be in this strong energy where they're very calm, cool, and collective. And it's kind of hard to read the divine feminine right now. There's no emotions here. There's no cups here, but the ones that spilled. So divine masculine, your divine feminine has, I guess she keeps going back to the things that went wrong. And that is kind of sidetracking her or getting her off of track at times. And that's because she hasn't fully purged it out yet. She may have this tendency of going back to what happened and then trying to brush it away instead of fully just looking into it, crying over it, cussing over it, and letting it go. It's time to do that, divine feminine. Look at the situation from A to Z. If you have to cry, if you have to purge, if you need to vent, my email information is in the description box below. Get through it, heal through it, and release it. Let it out. Let it out, divine feminine, because all that pent up energy, all those tears, and you know what? I did channel something last night about tears. Let me read it to you. So for the divine feminine, it says, tears are the proof that emotions become physical. Release or properly transmute whatever it's pent up, whatever energy is pent up, release and properly transmute it. Because what that does, it has the tendency, trap emotions, trap energy, it has the tendency to cause constant body aches and pain. Stop cloaking yourself in this self-pity, divine feminine. It's time to break that away. There's still hope. Even if it's with your divine masculine or not, you still have time. You still have the energy. You still have what it takes with your uniqueness, your power, your strength, your attractiveness to bridge the gap between your heart and your mind, your subconscious and bridge the gap between your heart and your mind. There's still hope here. Do not drown yourself in these emotions. These may not even be your true emotions, divine feminine. Sit with yourself and ask, hey, is this really me or is this somebody else's emotions that I'm picking up? Send it back to the sender. Send it back with love and light. Pray. Say a tiny prayer and let it go. You're not only praying to the Most High, you're praying to your inner self. You're praying to the cells in your body. They're listening to you. They're taking your commands, your orders. Same way you have dominion over your angels. Ask your angels for assistance. You have what it takes, divine feminine. You're in your high priestess energy. You are picking up the earth's power, the earth's speed, the earth's knowledge. I heard some of you like to be in the trees or wooded areas and you're receiving knowledge from the trees subconsciously. Yeah, stand back. Take yourself out of the situation. Take yourself out of the situation and stretch. Maybe you need to go seek a doctor, a trainer. Because you have a lot of emotions here, divine feminine, and you have to purge them out or you have to transmute it properly or else it's going to cause some aches and pains and even some depression here. One more card with the 5 of Cups. I saw that. So we have the 7 of Cups. All right. So a lot of the divine feminines are receiving some signs and synchronicities about the divine masculine, and it's bringing them down. It's almost like the divine feminine is being triggered to help the divine masculine. Divine masculine, you're sending out signals. You're sending out SOS signals to your divine feminine, and she's getting a little stressed or worried about it. And that's because it's nothing more she can do but be enlightened and watch from the outside. All right. I do feel like life is getting in the way of repairing whatever this is between the both of you. Somebody's very distracted or they're distracting themselves. So the divine feminine, you may be distracting yourself from wanting to come in and resolve anything with your divine masculine. You may see him in dreams about how sad he is. He may also show up in your dreams crying. And again, he's trying to reach out for you. He wants to know where you're at. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. All right. So yeah, I do feel like some of the divine feminines are very obsessed of who the divine masculine is given to and why he did not give what you deserve to you. Again, this is a season to release that. Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. Some of you divine feminines are going through some type of power struggle with kids. Your divine masculine may have other kids by karmics or soulmates, and it's like a struggle there of who he's given more to or who he's spending time with. And you want justice, you want balance. Some of you divine feminines, you feel like you're not up for begging anymore. You're not up for trying to persuade this person to stick around. You're not up for forcing your way into this person's life anymore, is what I'm getting. With the hangman energy, you decided to hang back. You decided to get enlightenment from afar. For some of you, could even block this person because they were too confusing. They gave you too many restless nights, too many crying. I heard waking up in the middle of the night crying, not sleeping enough. So you divine feminines, please get your rest. You need to rest. All right? And you need to start exercising. Maybe that's what you need to do. Start getting out there and flexing your muscles. If you can't go out, or you have some type of illness or something that's holding you back from exercising, do it in your home. Open your windows. Light some incense, some beautiful candles. Take a bath, a tea bath. Learn to cook a new dish. You get what I'm saying? Because you're obsessing. Some of you are obsessing on your divine masculine, who he is given to, what he's given to, why did he give that? You know what? That was his choice. Surrender the comparison. Surrender comparison with other people. Stop doing that. It's time to release it. It's not hard. It's not something that you can't do. You're always in control of your own choices, your actions, and your thoughts, your visions. So the more you transform, or the more you focus your energy on what's going on outside of you, the more you create that world. And I feel like this type of energy is repelling your divine masculine. Go ghost for a while. We have the high priestess with the hangman. That's a lot of silence. So your divine feminine, divine masculine is silent. She doesn't want to talk anymore. She wants to see actions. She wants to see all those pipe dreams that you promised her with the Seven of Cups. I'm sorry, I went quiet for a minute there, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm going to stop the video there. We also have 7-7 for those who like the confirmation. So, you know, your divine feminine is in this sensitive intuition. Again, a lot of freedom. She's freeing herself this season from all of these things that's pulling her down, that's weighing her down, that's keeping her in this sad energy. Just because the divine masculine is going through his trials, his tribulations, his karmic lessons, that does not mean. And you know what? The divine feminine's heart is so beautiful that we even feel bad for assholes and people that did us wrong. We feel guilty when we have to stand up for ourselves. I know as a Libra, that's something that I had to cope with, feeling guilty for standing up for myself. I had to say, man, fuck those people, because they don't care about me. They don't care about my health. They don't care about when I'm down on my knees and I need assistance. But I'm the one that's there. I'm the one that's showing up with a smile on my face and this optimism, this cheerleader attitude. And for what? For people to try to compete with me behind my back? For people to sell me all kind of lies and pipe dreams and have me confused and distraught and stuck? And also feeling like panickish and feeling like